Hi, my name is Laura Ford, and I am one of the registered dietitian nutritionists at the Abramson Cancer Center at Pennsylvania Hospital. Today, we will be talking about the New American Plate, which was developed by the American Institute for Cancer Research, or AICR. The New American Plate was developed by the AICR to provide guidance on healthy meal planning. It can be a plant-focused diet with plant foods only, or it can include moderate amounts of animal-based foods. Evidence suggests that high-fiber diets rich in whole grains, non-starchy vegetables, and fruits can reduce the risk of a wide range of cancers. The overall goal is to aim for meals made up of at least 2/3 vegetables, fruits, whole grains, or beans, and to include no more than 1/3 animal protein. In order to transition to the New American Plate, it is important to first identify your starting point. The plate on the right shows an example of what we would consider the Old American Plate, or the standard Western American diet. The typical American meal is heavy on red meat, fish, and poultry. As you can see, half of this plate is filled with a large steak, which is about 8 to 12 ounces, and the remainder is filled with refined carbohydrates, starchy vegetables, and butter. This type of meal pattern is high in caloric content, but is low in phytochemical content and fiber. Stage 2 represents the transitional plate. Here you can see that this plate features a more moderate serving of meat. So instead of the 8 to 12 ounce serving of steak, we have 4 to 6 ounce serving. It also has a large helping of green beans, which is considered a non-starchy vegetable, and is prepared with herbs and the addition of a filling whole grain, which in this case is the seasoned brown rice. This increases the proportion of nutritious plant-based foods that are present. While this is an improvement from the first plate, we're not quite at the New American Plate. This final image shows a good representation of the New American Plate. So here you will find a modest 3-ounce serving of protein, of animal-based protein, and that is much smaller than the initial 8 to 12 ounce serving of animal protein. This plate also features a wider variety of foods, resulting in a diverse assortment of cancer-fighting nutrients. There are 2 types of vegetables present, and this increases the proportion of plant-based foods. There is also a healthy serving of a tasty whole grain. This might be brown rice, barley, kasha, bulgur, millet, and quinoa, which helps to complete the meal. You'll also notice that there's a wider variety of colors, which increases the number of phytochemicals that are present. This next image shows you an example of an alternative New American Plate. So while it looks a little bit different, it does still meet the requirements or the guidelines outlined by the AICR. This would be an example of a one-pot meal or a stir-fry, which is a great way to increase the amount of plant-based ingredients while decreasing the amount of animal foods. Again, this plate is full of colorful vegetables, hearty whole grains, cancer-fighting vitamins, minerals, and phytochemicals. In this instance, we have, again, a small portion of animal-based protein, which may be fish, poultry, or occasionally red meat, and is used as a complement to the meal in order to add a bit of flavor and extra substance. The term phytochemical has been mentioned a few times throughout. So phytochemicals literally translates to plant chemicals. They are the compounds in plants that contribute to their color, taste, and smell. They are found in all edible parts of the plant, especially in the peel. Most plant foods each contain dozens of phytochemicals. One example would be carrots, and they actually contain more than 100 phytochemicals within one carrot. The goal is to try to eat the rainbow, which means including a variety of colors of fruits and vegetables to get the most benefits. Scientists estimate that there are over 5,000 phytochemicals in existence, and there are currently numerous studies being conducted to truly understand their full benefit. We do know that they act in a variety of ways to protect health. Some of these ways may include increasing cancer cells' tendency to self-destruct. They may stop carcinogens before they have a chance to begin the process of cancer development. They may block the development of new blood vessels tumors need, and they may fight inflammation. Here we have a visual representation of the AICR's New American Plate. We will be discussing each component of the plate and the benefits of including each. First, we have a modest serving of our lean protein. In this case, it's going to be a grilled chicken breast with some lemon basil seasoning. This is a great option to include as one of your lean proteins, but you could also include turkey, fish, and eggs. The AICR does allow for a moderate amount of red meat within each week, but the recommendation is not to exceed about 12 ounces of red meat per week. Next, you will see our serving of whole grain. In this case, I've chosen to go with a brown rice and quinoa mix, and this is about a 1 cup serving. Whole grains are great to include because they provide a good source of dietary fiber, which can help assist with bowel regularity and reduce the risk of certain types of cancers, including colon cancer. Lastly, you'll see that the majority of the plate is filled with non-starchy vegetables. In this case, we have seedless cucumbers, tomatoes, and sprinkling of feta cheese on top. The feta cheese is a great way to add flavor without adding an additional salad dressing, but you could also use olive oil. The variety of colors ensures that you are receiving a variety of phytochemicals, and the red lycopene in the tomatoes is a good source of antioxidants. Thank you for tuning in. If you are interested in learning more about the New American Plate or the American Institute for Cancer Research and their nutrition guidelines, please visit www.aicr.org.